Alright guys, so now we're on again. Who cares about that? Analytics. Streams. Okay. How is everybody doing tonight? Share, Control C. I just want to quickly do something. I'll be right back. It's going to take a minute to set up, but what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get my close. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get Discord up and running, and I'll link it out to my Discord peeps. Anyway, so while we're waiting, I'm just going to make a couple of notes. Like I said, today is March the 2nd. Tomorrow, March 3rd, I am off of work because we got state primary elections for the Democratic National Party for president in November. Then next Friday, we are off for Teach Our Work Day. Plus, truthfully, I think they tried to add another day off because of the lack of snow days this year. We've only had 2 so far, so I think they wanted to throw a third one in as a whammy. Because the last 2 years, we've had either 8 or 9, including last school year, we've had 1 day off for weather. Every month, basically, for up through, I think it was February or March last year, because we had a day for flooding in September and October of 18, a day for something in November, 3 days in December. I think January, February, we had another 2 days, and then we were done with it after 8. And the previous year was the same thing. And then this year, we had a day off in, I want to say, December. And then a day off in January, and that was it. And the day in January was actually a day where the day that we had off for weather in January was because more due to the fact that we had, actually, it was more or less because of weather. Yeah, no, it was more like this January day off, which was number 2 this year. It was more because of the fact that we had, actually more, well, I say more because of the fact that it was really more or less the day we got back from Christmas break. Anyway, so plans long term. So I am for the month of, so like I said, tomorrow's the day off. I'm probably just gonna chill at home. Next Friday, which is the 13th, I plan on going to Washington, D.C. for Friday and doing a few things. Mainly, I want to go up and do lift around Washington as well as some other scope work in preparations for prep work for that was him. I don't know why I thought it was Andrew. Pop on, but whatever. Yeah. So the 13th, I'm gonna go up to DC, probably do lift and do some scoping out, because there's a slim chance I'm gonna leave Roanoke County at the end of the school year and go over to Nova. If I do that, I am looking at doing either Loudon, Fairfax, or Prince William. So far, the only one I've been able to get in contact with has been Fairfax County. Fairfax is number 2 as far as pay, but I believe all 3 of them do have good, good benefits packages. April vacation's a little bit of a crapshoot right now. I'm going to be blunt about that. My original game plan for April was going to be to go from okay, something's out. Okay. Okay, so those of you guys who are watching on YouTube, there's actually a 2-minute delay from what I'm actually saying in real life to what is actually being posted on YouTube. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to be exact. I think that's something that I did. Anyway, April. The original plan was to go out to the West Coast, northwest. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen now because of a few things that happened, including my car. Had a car breakdown in January, and that was really, I think, the big straw that said, no, we're done. For the I may still end up doing Chicago instead, because the original part of the plan on the trip was to go out to Portland and see a friend of mine. And then from there I was going to go to Seattle for one night. Go up Thursday. The plan was to go out, spend 2 days in San Fran, which would have been fly out Saturday morning, Saturday, Sunday in San Fran with a Sunday night train. Get in around the middle of the day on Monday to Portland, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, staying in Portland. Thursday morning, I was gonna take the Amtrak Cascades from Portland to Seattle, and then spend Thursday night and Friday until about 4 p.m. Friday in Seattle. And the plan was to see the Red Sox play the Mariners, knock off another Major League Baseball stadium. And then ride eastbound on the Empire Builder train. Like I said, that's not going to happen now, so poopy. One part that I couldn't... Now, I was able to get everything on that part. I had 2 sets of tickets I still needed to buy, which were the Amtrak tickets and the Flight West, the big thing to note about the flight west was that about the Amtrak part, not the flight part, was that I was going to take the train in sleeper car accommodations, or I wasn't going on this trip. I have done cross country on Amtrak before, and I have done it in coach. Truthfully, 44 hours on a train in coach class, I do not recommend. Truthfully, though, that was actually a 70, I want to say it was a 68 to 70 hour total time. Actually, I think it was like 69 hours, including a 5-hour connection in Chicago. On that trip, that was Cardinal from Clifton Forge to Chicago, and then Southwest Chief from Chicago to LA. That was in April of 2018. So this would have been on the rotation the year I would have had the elaborate train trip. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen now. I may try to do it again over the summer instead. I have some other travel plans that I could also scrap. The one ticket I probably can't salvage is going to be the Southwest Airlines flight from Chicago to Baltimore, which was slightly done on purpose. Cost and all, $80 flight as opposed to $250 to $300 for a plane ticket from $250 to $300 one-way flight from Chicago to Roanoke direct. And even the outbound flight was going to be out of Washington. I would have just also done a random trip on the Amtrak Northeast Regional. Now that regional ticket I would have bought probably today if I had booked it out. Just the way that would have worked. Now, I'm looking at a couple of things right now. I don't mind doing the 18 hours on an Amtrak train from Clifton Forge to Chicago in coach, or even business class. The reason I bring business class up is this. Now, here's one thing I'm going to note right now. The Cardinal is $700 and change dollars to ride in a sleeper car for the travel date I want to do. The Capital Limited, the Capital Limited, I would be riding the entire length of the train for about 19 hours from Washington, D.C. to Chicago. Maybe I'll cheat the first 10 miles out of Rockville. Maybe. Since Rockville has a connection with the DC Metro Red Line. So does Silver Spring, but I don't think Silver Spring has an Amtrak station. I believe Silver Spring is only served by MARC. Now, anyway, that might save me $10. Maybe. And truthfully, with a sleeper car, it might not even save me a dime. Right now, from the Amtrak parts that I had booked previous, which was the parts that I booked on Amtrak were the Coast Starlight from Emeryville to sorry, I'm trying to remember, where was that to? Portland. Emeryville being the gateway city to San Francisco. From Emeryville to, like I said, to Portland. That and another unrelated, I have about $120 in Amtrak credit. I think it's business class seating on the Cardinal. Now, Cardinal has 3 classes of seating: coach, business, and sleeper, whereas the Capital Unlimited only has 2, which is the coach and the sleeper. Now, business and coach are both under $100 in the Cardinal, but I would consider doing coach on the Capital Limited. Capital Limited, mind you, is 1 night. I personally, I don't mind. I don't think I would mind doing 1 night, but But when I did that trip 2 years ago, I did 3 straight nights on the Southwest, on the Cardinal and Southwest Chief, all in coach. I don't know the quality of long distance business class that the Cardinal has. I would like to learn it, but I just don't know if I want to even do that trip this year. If I just want to say screw it, stay home, maybe go to New York. The funny part is, I have not been to New York City in 2 years plus. The last time I was in New York for anything on my own time was, or in general, sorry, I'm tired. I've been up since 5. Was in 2017, actually. I took Amtrak up to Washington, Greyhound up to New York. And then what's funny is, actually, on that trip, I tried, because I stayed in Flushing, Queens that trip, so I actually tried something a little differently. I took I actually took the local buses from New York to as far up the CT corridor as I could. Being that I tried riding the local buses from New York City. I got all the way up to Darien, Connecticut, before I had to switch to the train. But I got all the way. I got all the way there for $2.75, which is the cost of a one single New York City bus, or whatever. Now I don't know if the Westchester Beeline driver got something mixed up or what, or if it's actually an allowed transfer. But I swiped my thing. It would have said exfer on the box, because all right, I got on the Q50 in Flushing, got off that, walked about 5 minutes over to where the Westchester 61 was, and I think it was less than a 20-minute wait or so. Yeah, less than a 20-minute wait. And then walked over to, and then rode all the way up to Port Chester, which is the north end of the Westchester 61 bus. And I caught the CT Transit 311. 311 continues on to Stamford, interlines with the 341 to Norwalk. And then I think traffic something or whatever, I decided to just stop at Darien and go home, go on up from Darien. Yeah, that's what I did. All right, so that's on the table right now. Chicago's the front runner. Portland, I'm still going to throw into the bag, but if I do Portland, I'm going to fly direct to Portland or go Portland via Seattle and keep NorCal out of the equation, at least for now. I mean, I could potentially go throw $150. I could have. Like I said, I could have done it, but I don't want to. Save the money and just do coach on Amtrak. But even my good friend Diesel Deuce, says that's a bad idea. To do a cheap train like that. What else? Not really much. The channel, sorry I haven't been uploading much. It's just, like I said, life's been getting in the way. I'll try to upload more train and flight simulator stuff soon. I don't think I have any elevators in backlog. Music stuff, I do need to start doing that again. I have not really done that in years, but whatever. That's really about it. Later tonight, once I get off, I'm going to do an hour-long train sim video. I may do a train sim live stream. Don't count on it. If I do a train sim or a flight sim live stream, warning, I will not be able to, if it's a train sim, I definitely will not be able to read texts. If it's a flight sim, I will try. I need to eventually get back and do my Transcontinental Railroad series. I have to reshoot the Segelman sub because that didn't shoot right at all. 6 hours of black screen recording, that just pissed me off and made me lose interest in finishing the series. I have made the decision I'm going to do that series when I get back to it. And that should have been done the first week of January, to be honest. Anyway, when I do that series, I'm going to follow from Belen, New Mexico. I'm going to follow the Southwest Chief Corridor, which is, like I said, I have ridden that in real life going westbound. The series is going eastbound. I will only shoot in daylight hours if I can. And go from there. So really, as far as that series went, I only got to the end of California. Yeah. Truthfully, I may half-ass Segelman sub and just shoot it as a light motor move for over 300 miles just to get it in, just to get it up. Even though I have the exact consist I want to use the rest of the way to Belen, ready to go. It was going to be a 65 car stack, and then I was probably going to do a short train the rest of the way. Anyway, so that's what we got there. I'm not going to do that big one tonight because that's like I said, that's 6 hours of recording. Now, I'll probably do something else a lot shorter and a lot easier. I might do, this is what I actually will do. Great idea. Okay. Sorry about that. My brain's going in 2 million different directions. I'm going to do, if it'll load right, New York, this will be my next train sim upload. New York City Subway 1908 edition for Microsoft Train Simulator and Open Rails. Now, I'm getting TSW 2020 on Xbox One. Oh, shoot. I gotta do that today. So I'm going to do that tonight. If I haven't already lost a chance to do it. And I'm going to do a flight sim video before the end of the week as well. My thing is, what do you guys want to see on that? What do y'all want to see for a flight sim video? do anything. So we'll see what that is. Really. Whatever that is. So yeah, that's gonna be about it. Anyways, music stuff, like I said, I need to get that up eventually, but I do need to get it up. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.